then when Rogers stands up and says, "Hey, I'm gonna be out soon," and and here's another problem that I have. Jimmy G is a good quarterback when healthy. The problem is he's never healthy. But Brady knew this. This is why Brady wanted Jimmy G out, because he knew he could play and he knew he would challenge Brady. And he knew he would challenge him. Rodgers is saying nothing. And again, another example, Brett Favre wanted Aaron Rodgers out because he knew Aaron Rodgers could play. So, and Rodgers isn't saying he wants Jordan Love out. He's just saying, he's just saying he would like to get treated a little better. Like, he would just like a little more support. He's not saying he wants Jordan Love out. He's saying you shouldn't have drafted him in the first place. So, the fact that Rodgers isn't saying anything about the fact that he wants Love out, I think it might be a bit of a problem. But then again, we didn't see him in the preseason, so we have to wait a bit. Alright, so according to Peter King, on the Peter King podcast, he said that the Jones smokescreen had two reasons. So fans have power. Once, even if they were actually considering getting Jones, they were driving around, hearing their fans talk crap about it, saying, "Oh gosh, such a bad move. He's from Alabama. Alabama quarterbacks always are terrible." So that's one reason. You don't want to, eventually you have to just say, "Kyle, you're on your own island. You may like Mac Jones," and I understood the reasoning. I understood the reasoning. He wanted a guy that could play right now because he's in the NFC West. He has, basically nothing to lose despite how young everyone is. But you don't want to listen to, yourself being crapped on. So fans having power was one reason. And, the second reason, I believe, was, what was the second reason? I don't know. And, the second reason was to get some more trade value for the pick. Because, if they're just going to draft Mac Jones, why not just tell them, "Hey, you can get Mac Jones back here and we'll take Trey Lance." So they were probably trying to get more trade value, and fans have power. So they probably just flipped it the last second. Alright, so, Steve Nash gave a positive injury update on James Harden. Now, I am really shocked at how important he is to this team, James Harden. And I still don't think he should win MVP. Don't think I'm coming to my senses here. I don't think he should win MVP because he was the least valuable player for Houston. It doesn't make sense to be the least valuable player for one team and then the most valuable player for the whole league. So, I'm shocked. I give him credit. I give him credit this year because he's done well. He's been really important to an already good roster. So, I'm shocked at how important he is. But he shouldn't win MVP because he quit on Houston. So, that's why LeBron didn't win MVP in 2011 because he quit on the Cavs, basically. But I'm shocked. I like the way he's playing right now, honestly, and I'm shocked at how important he is to this team. And a lot of this Lakers-Nets thing is are they going to be ready by the playoffs? If LeBron and AD and Harden are ready by the playoffs, there's going to be a problem. But if they're not, that opens the door wide open. So we'll see what happens. Alright. So, Tebow to the Jags. Now, I mentioned this. Uh, Sometimes it's not mean, it's honest. There are certain times where it's just honest, not mean. I don't think this works. You know why I don't think it works? Because now Tebow, and Colin Cowherd said this. Tebow was the first athlete that he covered that it doesn't matter what information you gave. There was gonna be defense for him. People were gonna go to bat for him because of how likable he was. Like, you could give information, like he had a 75 passer rating on his career, which he did. Like, he had a bad passer rating. You know, he wasn't a good quarterback on paper. Here, I don't want to read to you some of the stats because I feel like you're going to hate me for this. Alright, he had a 48% completion percentage on his career. He has a 75 quarterback rating on his career. He maybe has 1 year in the NFL of, decent stats. He's played 11 games in 2011. I think he won a playoff game, too. But you can give any stats you want. People are going to go to bat for him because he's nice, he's authentic, he's sweet, he's optimistic, he believed in God. You know, he threw his religion out there. He made you feel a certain way. You know, he was hard. He was impossible not to root for. But he has you can throw any stat out there, they're not gonna care because of how likable he is. You know, and there's a lot of guys in the NFL like this. But the problem is actually most of the guys now that are likable in the NFL are actually good. Like Fitzgerald's likable. Lamar, Justin Herbert. I think Jason Witten's considered likable. Wilson. You know, there's a lot of people that are impossible not to root for that are actually good. Tebow wasn't. But, you know, he was the first athlete, Colin Cowherd, and he's been in the business for 18 years. Or maybe even longer, I don't know. That Colin Cowherd recovered that you can give any information you want. People didn't care. Because they knew how, nice Tebow was. So no matter, and I try at least to base all my arguments on data and information and statistics. But, sometimes I don't. But, I try to. And, if I were doing this thing in 2011 and I told them that even though Tim Tebow is well known and a nice kid, he has a 46% completion percentage, under 2,000 yards in 11 games, and a 73% completion percentage. 73 passer rating. That's what he had in 2011 is the year he was most known. Yeah. But if I told them that, they would have been mad. They would have went off on me. Anyway, to a different topic that I'm actually very passionate about. Maybe even more passionate than Colin Cowherd is about that Tim Tebow thing. Flores is confident in Tua. And Colin Cowherd, that pain in the ass, keeps mentioning, he had the second least passing yards. Buddy, he played 9 games. He played 9 games. And he was 6-3. He won. How old is he? How old is Tua? Hey, Siri. Damn, it doesn't work. Alright. How old is Tua? I want to know how old Tua is, because holy crap, that's a long name. He's 23. He is 23. Alright? I don't care what any stupid statistic says. He's 23 years old. He's played not even a full year. Alright, stop saying he's not good. Give the kid a chance. He has not played a full year yet. You can't just judge him based off 9 games. And he had actually, other than passing yards, a very similar season to Joe Burrow, who we are all, basically head over heels in love with. Let's see what Burrow did. Here's Burrow's stats, and I think he played one more game than Tua did. Alright, so Burrow, and I like Burrow, I'm not trying to criticize him, this is just to make a point. Alright? Burrow, in 10 games, 65% completion percentage, 90 passer rating, 2,600 yards, 13 touchdowns, and 5 picks. Those are all the significant stats. Alright, so keep that in your head. 90 passer rating, 65% completion percentage, 13 touchdowns, 5 picks, 2,600 yards. And he had one more game than Tua. Okay. Tua, 64% completion percentage. Only 1% lower. 87 passer rating. Only 3% lower. Only 11 touchdowns. Only 2 more. 5 picks. Same amount. So when you leave out that dumb passing yards stat, him and Joe Burrow are essentially the same this year. And I'm not denying that Tua did not look athletic or anything. But chill out, he's 23, he didn't even play a full season. Alright, and honestly, do we really know if Joe Burrow is the guy after 10 games? We had to see him in December. This is my argument with Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes. Allen had a much better December than Patrick Mahomes had. And that's why I said he deserves it. Or he deserves second place behind Rodgers. And I was right. Mahomes got third. He didn't even get second. And I think the difference maker was that December. I know the Chiefs were kind of slowing down for the playoffs because they were basically like 11-1. But it's about the December that you have to play one in December, and we didn't see Joe Burrow there in December. Let's see what Mahomes' stats were in December, and I'm not trying to undercut anyone. 8 touchdowns, 4 picks. That's what his stats were. 8 touchdowns, 4 picks. Okay. Let's see what Josh Allen's stats were. This is more about Josh Allen and Aaron Rodgers doing well in December than Mahomes being bad. 12 touchdowns, 1 interception. That's all I had. 12 touchdowns, 1 interception. That's what he had in December. That's much better than what Patrick Mahomes did. And that just showed, the fact that he finished second, probably because of that, shows how much December means. And I think Rodgers got most of his... Rodgers has always done his best work in December. And he doesn't do his best work in January, but December he does very